Well, one of the great sporting events here in Cleveland returns this week as Tennis in the Land is back for its 5th year. You can catch it at Nautica Entertainment Complex down in the Flats. And that's where we find our David Greenberg live this morning. Good morning, David.
It's on. Yeah, good morning, Danita. We are here at Tennis in the Land. We've been having a blast all morning long, showing you some of my skills or lack thereof. But I can promise you that this woman I'm about to introduce you to is a millionfold better than I will ever be. Leslie Allen, a former tennis professional, a Cleveland native. What is it like to be back for you here and just to be on the court at Tennis in the Land?
It is absolutely incredible, I must tell you, because I never really imagined there would be professional tennis here in Cleveland, and this venue is amazing, and it's so accessible and open for people to come in and see. We've come a long way to be able to have this back in Cleveland.
It certainly have, and you obviously have a very storied career, arguably one of the greatest players to come out of Cleveland. Do you mind just kind of going into a little bit of your history and how you kind of got started in the game and what you've done?
I mean, the really short version is I've never known a day in my life without tennis. It started at Rockefeller Park. I think there's a new name for it, named after a wonderful judge. And then when I was in high school at Glenville, I played on the boys team, and they decided I couldn't play in the state tournament, so I had to sue. And on one morning, I happened to hear about, on a TV show like this, that Title IX existed, and that changed everything. And I had an opportunity to sue the Ohio State Athletic Association, become the first girl to play in the boys' state tennis tournament, went on to be a collegiate champion, to be in the top 20 in the world, and I'm back here at Tennis in the Land, and I'm just so excited that sponsors like Rocket do tournaments like this, so people should come out and see, because you're going to see some of the best tennis. Yeah,
you are, and they're all about bringing inclusivity into the game as well. Talk to us about what else you're doing here today. You're hosting a women's forum?
Yeah, there's a women's business forum that I'm going to be one of the panelists and share some pearls of wisdom, because off the court I also have worked in business. So that's important to be able as an athlete to translate into business, because you need to have another life.
Yeah.
And then I'm also going to do some mentoring with my Win for Life coaching with some of the young players here, getting them ready for their collegiate careers, or this is what life on the road is. But even within this tournament, there's so many opportunities for people to come and be a volunteer. They have internships. So I just encourage, you can be ball kids, so I just encourage people to come down here, because you're going to see the same quality of tennis that you would see, let's say, at a U.S. Open.
Yeah.
So it's sensational, and you know, I wish I had this when I was a kid.
I was just about to say, we're here in Cleveland specifically, we love our women's sports. Obviously, Tennis in the Land, we're getting a WNBA team.
Yes.
Talk about how you've seen the sport kind of grow in terms of participation with women.
You know, I've been lucky enough to be around tennis and women's sports for a long enough time, because when I went to Glenville High School, there were no sports for women at all at the school. So now to know that women's sports is embraced, it's not an oddity, it's something that people love, and to see how tennis has grown, and as I look and see the prize money checks that the players get, the places where they play, like Cleveland, I'm like, I had a hand in this.
You did.
I helped this happen, so I'm honored to be here today.
Yeah, you walked so that they could run. Now you laid the pavement, the brickwork for them. So Leslie, thank you so much for being with us this morning. It is a pleasure to meet you, Danita. So cool to meet a Cleveland sporting legend like Leslie Allen.
Oh, that was definitely a great interview. And we're just happy to have this event here in Cleveland for the 5th time. Really good. Thank you so much, David.